If I had the chance to toast the powerful Jerry, well, I'd make it French toast. Again, that's eggs, vanilla, challah. Cheers to Joe.
Sincerely, Lex.
Look at this. Here. Cheers, Joe. Let's look each other in the eye. Give me a second, folks. So here he is with the dumber for one, Dave Smith. The absolute worst Legion of Skanks. Jules said the other day, she goes, I'd rather hang out with Big J than Dave Smith. I go, absolutely.
I didn't even know that was an argument.
No, and Big J looks incredible compared to Dave Smith. He's lovable. Until Big J said this, maybe Big J ain't so bad after all. He's smart. He's cute. He's got a great smile. He's big. He doesn't really do anything wrong. Hey, Big J, we're sorry, and we welcome you at Redbar. Just kidding!
Here, wait, before you start this, you should look at this picture.
Uh-oh, we got a picture coming in, folks. Mike and Joe have a relationship. No, we do not. Trust me on this. Okay, here's a picture, and what are we looking at here?
They just sent this to me in the chat, just how high Joe's chair is compared to Dave.
Well, there was a better picture somebody did a week ago with lines, if you could send me that one. But Joe sits in what's called a booster. This would be like if I sat like this. Just give it a second. Look, huh? Hi. And I told you this was long. Look at this shirt I got. Hi, I'm Joe Rogan. And my height is real. So this is what's called Tall Man Podcast GIF. And this would be, I might start doing a podcast like this called The Tallest Podcast on Earth. People go, wow, is that guy really that tall? I go, no, it's just his chair. Why do you call it the tallest podcast on Earth? So I might start doing my podcast like this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Redbar. I am the tall man. Joe Rogan literally sits up about this high. His guests have to sit all the way like this. Watch. Ah! The giant drop. Now, my chair really does go all the way to the bottom, so if you think I'm so short, well, I'm all the way down.
You're like 6'9".
If Joe was all the way down, he needed to keep the camera on the floor to get the shot, okay? So Joe sits in what's called a hyphenated seat. Mike Longbar, they're calling me. Big old ass and tall chair. Big old ass and tall chair. You're not going to convince me, host. Shut up. Oh, wait, no. They're not saying that at all. You're not going to convince host. Shut up. Booster teeth. Joe is breasting. His chair conquered its inner bit. Now, people go, oh, they make fun of Joe Rogan's height. Ha, ha, ha. Well, it's a problem. And I always say this to people. Yeah, ha, ha, ha. But it's not like he grew yesterday. He's very short. And you know who else is short? Scott Kahn. 5'5", right? 5'5". You're fucked, Scott Kahn. So we're going to go back to JRE. He's with Dave Smith. They're drinking. Joe feels like, finally, I'm around someone so smart. In my own age. It's like Dave Smith is terrible. Watch this.
What's up, Joe? Good to be back.
Good to see you. Good to see you. What are you doing in town?
I came in. I was doing my buddy Scott Horton's show and hanging out with him for a little bit. And
you're looking for a place to escape.
Yeah, exactly.
New York, Schultz told me that New York is like they just won World War II.
Schultz doesn't know anything, and he's off all of the time. Andrew Schultz. One day I'm going to get you. I know I am. Right now, you're slipping right through my fingertips, but one day I will conquer Schultz. I really will. That day's not here yet, but watch out, Schultz.
We don't have the energy.
We don't have the evidence yet, but I will find something on Schultz one day. I guarantee it. All right, what do you got for me next year? We're going to show you the What would you call it when like an Afghan refuses when he's traitorous? An infidel. Let's see what these two infidels to America do. What is an infidel? Write in. All right, what time code are we going to now, Joel?
4720.
Wow. 4720. These boys did 3 hours. She did 3 hours.
You can pretty much imagine what they talked about. So just
yeah,
fill in
it's
the blanks
all...
in your mind. You probably guessed
hey,
right.
what's the deal with woke people? Did you know that there's PC colleges? So that's what they're doing. They're blown away by Portland.
And
right?
Joe does this thing now. I mean, he's been doing it for a while, but it's never been so noticeable. Where if someone even is maybe going to bring up an interesting topic, he like interrupts them to talk about something that he's
very basic
talked
that he's
about
talked
a
about
million times before. Like they were talking about the college. Like Joe's like, I think everybody should have free college.
Free college.
And then Dave Smith was like about to say something about that, his libertarian perspective. And then Joe goes, and
they're
can
so
you believe how woke these
they are
colleges are?
And then
they go 3 hours of,
colleges
liberals.
are woke. We should have known. What do we do about them?
But it's like, why not talk about something that
or
you
come up
haven't
with
discussed?
a cure already.
I know.
If something's bothering me for 4 years, I come up with a cure. I come up with a finishing solution. I don't wait around 4 years complaining about the same thing.
And they don't even suggest maybe what could be done. They only just complain and complain about the stuff that they find annoying.
This would be like if I talked about Mersh for the next 4 years, which I'm doing. Watch this.
Some degree of voter fraud.
Do you find it odd that
Listen.
everybody insists that it's impossible to vote like safely and accurately online?
Yes, I find that odd. I also find it really, really odd that we overhauled the way we do voting in this country, and that now it's almost an entirely different process where both candidates are getting way more votes than they would normally get, and it's just very weird. There were a lot of things that were weird about this election, like the actual logistics of it.
Doesn't it seem like if we can bank online, we should be able to vote online? And doesn't it seem like if you could use like Apple Pay or Samsung Pay or something like that and go buy something, you use your fingerprint.
Oh, my God. So Joe Rogan thinks everyone in America has access to Apple's fingerprint scanning iPhone 12.
As we've told you many times, not even every Redbar listener has access to fingerprint technology.
So this is Joe Rogan. I don't understand why we can't all just vote using the face scanner on our new iPhone. I wonder why we can't. So Joe's living in a land of delusion.
Literally,
where he
like
thinks
30% of people in America don't even have internet
yes,
access.
More than that. Joe goes, it's so stupid. We should all just use our thumb. And by the way, iPhones have moved on to face scanners. So he wants everyone to use the iPhone 7 and 8. Everyone at least has the 7 and 8. We can do thumbprint scans to vote from home on Wi-Fi. This is what he thinks.
Bank online, we should be able to vote online. And doesn't it seem like if you could use like Apple Pay or Samsung Pay or something like that and go buy something, you use your fingerprint.
Yeah.
And it registers your fingerprint, and then you could buy a house.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
what?
And yes, someone in the chat points out it's been explained to him why it would be bad several times.
Several times. This is the problem with him. He's had on like the voting expert of the year. And they go, Joe, it can't be done. And he goes, oh, yeah, completely understood. Then a day goes by, and he goes, why can't we all just vote on our MacBook Plus? It doesn't make sense. And then we could all buy a house with our phones. Nope. Not even the people with the phones and the money can do that, Joe. You've gone a step ahead. We could all buy houses with our phones. Why can't we vote with them? Oh, we can. Oh, okay. Dave Smith, do you have a house? Well, not yet. I kind of live in a 8-person situation in Brooklyn. Okay.
Or something like that and go buy something. You use your fingerprint.
Yeah.
And it registers your fingerprint, and then you could buy a house.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you
No, you can't. I've tried. No, I'm not going to go through the banks. I'm just doing the fingerprint scan. My phone has opened. Is the house mine or not? I don't know if you see this, but my phone is unlocked. I fingerprint scanned it. Where's the house? It's not how it works, Joe. Joe thinks you could buy a house with your thumb. All right.
Well,
How much can you spend
Well,
on Apple Pay? Does it have a
want to
limit?
see him being even
It's
dumber?
not about like
Yeah, I want to see him being even better.
132.20.
Wow, 132. That's a Jew's number, too.
Now just wait till you hear this one.
132 what?
132.20.
Holy fuck, man. All right, let's see. Mid-show, what's he going to say next?
Compete enough. They have to be suppressed. You have to choke people. You got to grab them. You got to shake them like bad babies. Almost like you have to create this chaos. It's almost like you have to create
Listen
it
to this.
in order for people to battle this chaos.
Well, I mean, I guess there is like a yin and yang to the fact that without corruption, there could never be like noble anti-corruption forces, and
I should
without
say-
anything to fight against.
I don't believe there are any bad babies, and you definitely shouldn't shake them. That was a bad analogy.
That was a bad analogy.
Okay.
But if you're gonna
You know what I'm
shake
saying.
babies, make sure it's a bad baby.
like a Hitler baby.
Yeah, Hitler baby. I think it's okay to shake.
Okay,
do you-
we are approaching something that is not done outside of BoJack Horseman is a gag. Joe Rogan is about to ask, and this is what you pay for. This is what you came for. I'm a motherfucking monster. Wait till you see this. Sorry. Wait till you see what Joe actually does. 1 hour and 32 minutes into his show, he's literally going to do the unspeakable. Watch this.
Bad babies, and you definitely shouldn't shake them. That was a bad analogy.
That was a bad analogy. But if you're gonna
You know what I'm
shake
saying.
babies, make sure it's a bad baby.
like a Hitler baby.
Yeah, Hitler baby. I think it's okay to shake.
When
Watch
do
this.
you think you could go back in time and be justified in killing Hitler? Like, if you killed him when he was 10, you'd be an asshole.
Yeah, that's
Like-
bad.
If you could go back in time, would you kill Hitler? He did it. He said it. Sam Hyde, are you watching?
It's
Can you
been
believe it?
done. He can't take it back.
Sam Hyde and Vic Berger just kissed. If you could go back in time and kill Hitler, would you do it? I think that's a Family Guy mock. Like, look at Dave Smith. He's like, did you really ask me that? I mean, I'm cringe, but I can't believe. Listen to
This is the
this.
same face that Tony did when Joe did the Christopher Walken
Yeah.
impression. Like, did that just happen?
Who are who? Christopher Walken. No, I think that was Alice in Wonderland's caterpillar. Let's see what he does. Listen to this.
Baby.
Like a Hitler baby.
Yeah, Hitler baby. I think it's okay to shake.
When do you think you could go back in time and be justified in killing Hitler? Like, if you killed him when he was 10, you'd be an asshole.
Yeah, that's
Like,
bad.
Maybe you should just coach him.
Yeah.
Teach him.
Anytime. Yeah, well, that's, I mean, once you have the.
Come on.
What do we say to people who are doing something they shouldn't be? Dave, we're mad. You're dead. Capiche? So Joe wants to know, what would it be like if you could go back in time and kill Hitler? Would you do it? Would you stop him? Never heard of anything like this.
Maybe you should just coach him.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Teach
should
him.
coach him.
Anytime. Yeah, well, that's, I mean, once you have the ability to time travel, you'd think you could
Right.
probably solve this in a better way than killing him.
Could you, though?
Wow.
Maybe not. I don't know.
You have to keep him from steroids and cocaine, right? Because apparently that was the thing. They would inject him with testosterone and cocaine.
You ever see that video of him?
You're thinking of yourself, bro.
In the
Okay.
chat, they're like, didn't they ask that on Impulsive? It's
Yeah.
like, it's been asked
It's been
in
asked,
every
yeah.
household across
Have you seen a
America
Seth
since
Rogen movie?
1950.
Did you see Superbad? It was a throwaway line at the beginning to show how cringe smoking weed could be. All right, what do we have next
Okay,
here with
this
these
is the
two
big finale.
invalids, these imbeciles here?
This is the big finale. You're going to love it of the Joe
Guys.
Rogan stuff. You're going to
Okay,
die.
we're gonna die
You're gonna
with this one?
screech. You're going to cry.
I can't wait to die. I slit my penis to this one.
135.45.
I told Sven, if Biden wins, I will cut my penis, smash out the guts, take the skin, really strain out all the blood and guts, take the skin, lay it down, roll it out, fold it up, and swallow it like a tab of acid. He agreed. He's going to cut off 2 black dicks, take the dicks, tie off the ends so that they're full boners, and push them into his eyes until he sees dark. This is what we do for your country. And you said that there's going to be something that's going to make me want to rip my balls and dick off my...
No, not rip off. You're going to
sew them on.
Exactly.
This is going to make me want to sew back my nuts.
135.45.
135.45. Imagine that. You're up this late and you hear this. Let's see what these two stupid assholes do.
What do you think you're doing?
What do
you think you're doing?
People have weird ideas about drugs.
All right. If you talk to a drug specialist, I've had people on that explain that kicking Xanax is actually more difficult than kicking opiates.
If you talk to a drug specialist, they'll tell you that kicking Xanax is harder than kicking opiates. I had no idea. I give him a year.
Don't get too tired, by the way, because I insist
I'm not,
do the big mic stuff.
Do I look too tired?
I miss my
Instead
mic.
of 2 Chainz, my rap name is Too Tired.
Very good.
Jewish rap name. Too Tired. All right, let's see. Wait till you hear this. This is incredible. And proud of your boy.
I've had people on that explain that kicking Xanax is actually more difficult than kicking opiates. Xanax addiction is very serious.
Yeah, it's a powerful drug.
Yeah, maybe not more difficult, but it's in the realm. It's an incredibly difficult thing to kick, and it has all sorts of weird complications with people. Antidepressants in general, or anti-anxiety medication in general, like benzodiazepine. That's that shit that Jordan Peterson was trying to get off. And he was wrecked for a fucking year. He's just coming out of the fog now. Had to go do a medical detox in Russia.
Yeah.
For benzos.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a benzo? Do you know what that is?
I don't know
what it's like.
I've heard
Joey
stories
Diaz
about Peterson.
Eats them. Joey Diaz eats them in a bowl like cornflakes.
Yeah. Joey Diaz eats benzos in a bowl like cornflakes.
Now, remember earlier in the show we were talking about people who owe Mike an apology.
You owe me your life. You owe me an apology. It's like I talk about all the times. I'm like, Whitney Cummings, she's crazy. She's bipolar. She's like, I am not hurt people. The only reason this troll is saying that about me is because he's hurt. And then a year later she goes, last year I was bipolar and I was crazy. And I go, okay, can I have an apology? Or when Gino Descante says that Keith the cop was the worst boss ever and that he's terrible. And I go, but that's why you started the fight with me. Remember that? I quit Compound Media because Keith was terrible. Then Gino picked a fight with us saying, oh, Gino's not terrible. He was terrible. And then it turns out Gino's terrible. Yeah. So I'll show you this. We go to our YouTube. I put out a video called He's Addicted. He's Addicted. Let's take a look. 73,000 views 7 months ago. What do you think we should do now? I want to save Biggie Mike. Oh, Joey Diaz.
Yes. Oh, my God. That's a good one.
Joe Rogan. Wait till you see Joey Diaz. He's got a lot of fans. Joey Coco Diaz. Okay, look at this. Joey Diaz, Xanax addiction exposed. Coco caught trying to lie to Joe Rogan.
Look at those dislikes.
1.5 likes, 3.2 thousand dislikes. They said I was crazy.
We were ostracized from the community for daring to make this
They
statement.
said I lied. They said I was stupid, trying to get clout. Cut to now. This is the word on JRE on Spotify. 50 billion people heard this.
Joey Diaz eats them. Joey Diaz eats them in a bowl like cornflakes.
Oh. Yeah, but Joey Diaz isn't exactly human.
I don't think he's ever had them.
He can. You couldn't do anything to Joey Diaz, no matter what you give him. He'll be the same.
Well, while he's alive, he's a national treasure. We should protect him with everything we can.
Right.
Okay,
you've got him now.
Well, yeah, you better protect him against me because I was right and I'm owed an apology.
I almost think that Joe might know about that video, and the second he said that, he remembered.
He
and then
remembered.
went,
Oh, fuck, don't do that. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding so fast and look so guilty right after.
Have I ever kidded about somebody eating a whole bowl of benzos that doesn't do that? What would be the joke? Oh, Drew Michael eats a whole bowl of benzos. Just kidding. No. People who you say that about really do that. So I'd like an apology from the 3.2 thousand people that said I was a liar. Unfair.